Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Brand new video, only the one, there wasn't actually time to do two. This is why I've decided tomorrow, you're going to get a double upload, ironically on an England day. You're going to get the preview, first thing in the morning. And then at the very end of the night, when it's all said and done, and hopefully we're in a final again, then you'll be getting your match review. And you'll definitely want to not miss that, because that's, whether we win or lose, that's going to be unmissable. So make sure you guys are here for that. But double upload tomorrow. This is going to be club football, Chelsea and others, what's going on, that's this. I also want to say huge thank you to everyone that managed to watch the video on the second channel, personal channel. I'll leave a link right here. Everyone that has seen it, the feedback has been unbelievable, honestly. Everyone seems to love it, and there's more coming. It's just the beginning, so much appreciated. And if you haven't seen it, go over there and have a look. Much appreciated. Thank you to everyone that has seen, commented and interacted. Thank you. Right, I've not missed anything out, right? No, let's get cracking. Let's get cracking. Enzo Maresca. Ironically, after I uploaded yesterday night, all the footage started coming out from Cobham, and we started seeing 8-minute videos from the training sessions, all sorts of pictures, clips, Maresca. It all just started flooding. And I have to be honest, it was very joyous to see. It was content that me as a fan, I'd love to see that sort of insight. It was insight. It was really good insight. And we've not seen it in a little while. I don't know why Chelsea stopped it, because it's what we used to do. But it's nice to see that it's back. And I hope that it's something that's going to be regular. Now, Maresca took training yesterday, and we saw the clips that came out from this training session. And ironically, this was one of them. So you could see that I'm hoping I'm not going to get done, right? But he's full of instruction. He's full of command. Go and watch the 8-minute video. You can watch it on Twitter. You can watch it on YouTube. It's on their YouTube channel now anyway. But most of you have probably seen it. So I'm going to comment. And I'm going to be completely honest. I like what I see. I really do like what I see. And you could immediately, what I liked about it, you could immediately tell Maresca, two things. Managed to command his authority from the get-go. No messing about. But he's done it in an encouraging way. He's not done it in a way like, I am the boss. Shut up. Do you know what I mean? He's done it in a way where everyone needs to listen to what I say, but pay attention and I'll make you better. He's done it in that sort of way. You can see the instruction that he keeps dishing out. He doesn't stop. Every single detail that there was in terms of a pass, in terms of a movement, whatever, he was on it. So that is what I meant by commanding his authority. I'm in control of everything here. That's great. Secondly, not just him having the authority, but he seems like he knows exactly what he wants. And that is something that any manager needs to have, as far as I'm concerned. You know, the problem that we had with Poch was we genuinely did not know for a very long time, what are we doing? Do you know what I mean? We didn't know. Only up until the very end of the season, and that's where I started offering some praise. And I was going, okay, well, finally, we're here. It flipping took, I don't know, like 8 months to get here, but bloody hell, we finally see something, right? And that's where the questions started getting raised as to should we not make the change? And you know how I felt. When the change was made, I was like, oh, I don't think we should have done that. But seeing Maresca off the bat, I don't want to make comparisons, but this training session that we've seen the clips from, it takes me straight back to Tuchel's first training session. It just does. Now, I'm not going to say he is going to be like Tuchel, but it's a great first sign. It's how I want to see training conducted. And you see that first session before Wolves when Tuchel walked in and the clips were coming out, and you could see that he knew exactly what he wanted. He was commanding in terms of what passes to make, what moves to make, tactical instruction. It was constant, right? It didn't stop. Maresca was exactly that throughout yesterday, and I'm assuming throughout today as well. So I have to offer praise, and I have to say that great first sign. Now, that's not the be-all and end-all. We need to see results. We need to see it translate. We need to see performances. We have to see wins. That all needs to come. But from what we can possibly get up until now, after one day, right, and seeing that session, it's a good sign. It's a good sign. So, fair play. Now, I want to address something before we move on. There have been people in the comments, especially yesterday, people going, hang on, hey, Younes, what's going on? I've not seen you this positive in flipping ages. Younes is being positive. Something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. It doesn't need to be one or the other. People need to get this mentality out of their heads. This is why society is, I want to swear, but because everyone's so extreme, it has to be one way or the other. That's it. You can't be in the middle. You can't change an opinion. You can't shift. No, if you do that, you don't grow. So I really want people to grasp that, right? I call it as it is, but I'm not scared to say it as it is. I'll say if I think it's crap, I will let you know and I won't shy away. And if it's good, I will give the praise. That's me. So what you see is what you get. I hope that makes sense. So I'm not going to shy away from saying good things. When I see good things, you'll hear it from me. I'll tell you I see something good. The problem is I've not been seeing good things for a very long time. Now, like I said yesterday, in terms of this, the medical team and who we've hired, that's good. You can't say that's not good. So I'll call it. But I won't shy away when I say something's not good. And that's why I think many people go wrong. So you'll hear it exactly as I see it, basically. That's the moral of the story, right? But let's move. Some transfer rumours, we'll get into a little bit of Enzo Maresca as well, because apparently he wants something in particular. But let's start with this. Julian Alvarez has attracted interest from several clubs, and it is understood he would welcome a move, but there has not been too much movement. You know my thoughts on Alvarez. I would very, very much like Alvarez all day long, right? I'd take him tomorrow. But yeah, there's not been much activity, and I don't think around anybody, not just like Chelsea, if we're talking Chelsea, but anybody. No one's really made moves for Alvarez or contacted Manchester City or anything. So for Chelsea, apparently there's a reason. Now this is from Nizar Kinsella. Enzo Maresca wants a look at his striking options, with Nicholas Jackson, Christopher Nkunku and Mark Gu already on the books. Their performance and fitness levels in pre-season will dictate whether Chelsea push to sign another striker. So, we're not going to be making any striker moves just yet, if we are even going to go and get a striker. But I'm not so sure how to feel about having Nkunku as a striker option. For me, it was always someone that was meant to play behind the striker, not as the striker. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not entirely comfortable with that. But in terms of fitness and pre-season, I have to agree. As Enzo Maresca, he's a new manager. He doesn't know the squad inside out. He needs to see first. That's just logical. You'd need to see what you have before you can make a decision. I get that from his part, right? But in terms of fitness levels, absolutely pre-season. I'm looking forward to seeing how that's all going to sum itself up. Gusto won the bleep test at Cobham yesterday, so congrats to Malo Gusto, and I'm not surprised. We saw what it was like under Pochettino. The man didn't stop, so fair play. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Ben Chilwell finished second, which surprises me, considering his injury record and the fact that he was out for that long, and he's coming second in a bleep test. Well, according to the clip that I saw from Cobham, it seemed like it was only him and Gusto running, so I'm assuming Chilwell got second. Because if you've done the bleep test, you know what what's that like. Let me know your bleep test scores down below, by the way, and be honest. Mine was, what was it? I think, was it 15.4? Was my, yeah, it was. I remember, because it was a bleep test for trial, and I was playing in midfield. And the midfielders had to get 15, the strikers had to get 17, the defenders had to get 13, and the goalkeepers had to get 11. That's how I remember the scale. and 15.4. I got to 0.4 and I just stopped. I was like, forget this. This is torture now. So, yeah. Let me know yours, though. Let me know yours. I'd love to know. If you've done it, let me know below. By the way, this was a long time ago. This was over 10 years ago. So, I don't want to do it now. I should, though. And I might document that on the second channel. This is the sort of thing that's going to be documented on the second channel. So, come there. It's a little bit more personal in the description. But what else is happening in terms of this striker situation? Well, we've got names that we want to kick out, right? Let's get into it. Chelsea are highly motivated to offload Romelu Lukaku, Kepa Arrizabalaga and Malang Sarr, while Armando Broja, Cesare Casadei, David Datro Fofana and Trevor Chalobah could also depart. Conor Gallagher's future is also up in the air. Thanks The Athletic for stating the obvious. Right? But basically, yeah, those are the names that are all up in the air. We'll see what happens. Coming from training, what is it that Enzo Maresca is looking for? This. Enzo Maresca wants fullbacks who can invert into midfield when Chelsea have possession, and Renato Veiga, along with Marco Correa, is viewed as being able to perform this role from the left. You see, look, you can just see from this picture exactly what Maresca seems to be about, right? I'm telling you, go and watch that 8-minute video if you've not seen it already. The man didn't stop. He just did not stop. And that's good to see. I want to see a manager like that. Or coach. But Renato Veiga is on his way. Seems like it's going to be a decent move. Correa, we know, can play that role. He even done it on the Poch, so respect. This is what's going to cause Chilwell to be up for sale, I think. And this is where I honestly think there is substance to the possibility of him going to Manchester United. I can't help but think, yeah, it's a possibility. So we'll see what happens. Do you think Chilwell will survive? If we got Renato Veiga through the door, Correa can play in that inverted role. Can Chilwell play in that inverted role? I got to be honest, I'm not so sure. We've seen him as a wing-back, he can do that. As a full-back, yeah, cool. To at least a basic extent. As an inverted, coming into midfield, nah, that's not Chilwell. That is Correa. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. Now, there's been that one transfer rumour, and I got to clarify something here. Here it is. Florian Plettenberg says Chelsea has Karim Adeyemi on their list. However, there's no concrete talks with the player's side, and certainly not with Borussia Dortmund yet. There was merely some informal contact weeks ago. There's also no offer or no agreement at this stage from Chelsea. Everything is in the early stages. If Adeyemi would leave Borussia Dortmund, he wants to move to the Premier League. He's linked with Chelsea, and this is also coming from Germany. They're already in contact with the player and want to persuade him to move. Negotiations between the clubs are planned, but Dortmund demands £25.3 million. That's come from Bild. Adeyemi is a weird one, because I'm seeing a huge contrast in opinion. Some people are like, what? He's rubbish. And some people are like, what? He's decent. Listen, last season, he had a really good Champions League campaign, and that's where I really started to catch an eye on him. And I was like, whoa, he's a flipping... Remember, we spoke about Borussia Dortmund before they approached the final, the semi-final win, and then getting into the final. I was telling you, Adeyemi looked unbelievable, and he did. But that whole Champions League campaign, he's shown for sure, except for the final. But he had a good season. Is that enough? Based on just the way that he plays, I like him. I don't think he's blockbuster, but I think he's decent. Now, what's Maresca going to do with Sterling and Mudryk? That's an entirely different conversation as well for a different day. It's a difficult one. Because Sterling, when you up the levels around Sterling, Sterling improves. When you down the levels around Sterling, Sterling looks crap. Right, and he starts playing rubbish. Mudryk has just been poor. He needs to step up. And can Maresca do that? Can he help him get out of his shell? So many ifs, buts, and maybes. Adeyemi, the one thing that puts me off isn't the way that he plays, because I think on the ball he's quite decent. His injury record looks horrific. Doesn't look good. He looks like he's guaranteed an injury spell every season. So that's the one thing that makes me go, But again, we've just hired a new medical team. So I don't know. So many ifs, buts, and maybe. So many questions. We just need to wait and see what happens. Maybe we should take it slow. Let me know your thoughts down below in relation to that one. Would you take Adeyemi or not? Let me know. Now, Conor Gallagher, his latest. From The Athletic, Tottenham have admired Conor Gallagher for a long time. With the midfielder currently focusing on helping England to reach the final of the Euros, any potential move will have to wait. Other business will depend on who Spurs sell. Listen, Conor Gallagher, yes, is part of the England squad, but is he going to be a part of making England get to the final? Probably not, unless if we're having to protect a lead in the 80th minute, maybe. Maybe. But, I wouldn't want to sell Conor Gallagher, right? But if it were to happen, like I think it will happen, I would very much rather he goes to Atletico Madrid than to Tottenham. Do not do business with Spurs, please. It's been a tradition for years. It just doesn't happen. And every time it does happen, or every time it has happened, that player has been destroyed by whatever fan base he's left. So let's just not do business with Tottenham, and let's not help them, right? Because Conor Gallagher, I think, would be helping Tottenham Hotspur. Let's not. So let's see what happens there. Let's see what happens. It's all ifs, buts, and maybes with the Athletic at the moment. They're just stating the obvious, if I'm being completely honest. But after the Euros, we'll know more about Conor Gallagher. Now, news elsewhere before we wrap up. 3 decent stories. Here's one, and it's kind of related to us, but I hope it's not related to us any longer after tonight. West Ham have already submitted more than one bid for John Duran to Aston Villa. Understand last proposal currently worth around £35 million plus 10% sell-on clause. Negotiations underway. Personal terms already agreed with Duran. Aye, West Ham, please, go and get this done. Go. Hammers, come on, you irons. Go and get him. That way we are not going to bother anymore. And I don't think we're going to bother anymore, to be honest, because we've already done business with Aston Villa, didn't we? Who did we get from Villa? I forgot his name. Actually forgot his name. But yeah, it goes to show we're signing babies, right? But anyway, go and get Duran. Go and get Duran, so then we don't need to hear about John Duran again, at least for the near future. So that's that. Now, big news coming out of Manchester United. This one shocked even me. Manchester United formal bid worth over €50 million for Leny Yoro has been accepted by Lille today. Lille insisting with Yoro to accept Man United as its best proposal on their table. Leny Yoro has always given priority to Real Madrid, waiting for then. Decision is up to Yoro. So, there's more though. And this is the latest. Real Madrid remain very relaxed and calm on Leny Yoro's case, even after Man United bid. Real are aware of Yoro's preference to join them, deal to be done this summer at their conditions below 60 million euros, or happy to wait until June 2025 to sign Yoro as a free agent. Real Madrid are built different, man. Real Madrid, oh my goodness, honestly. Real Madrid are that club that can just go, listen, like the Godfather, listen. Just accept our terms, because if you don't, we will take your player for free next season. We just will. So just accept our terms. They can blackmail whoever they want. They're walking up in here like the Cray twins. You know, they just come up in here and it's just... you do it our way or you're finished. And PSG had to find that out the hard way. Because look at what Mbappe did and what happened with Real Madrid and getting Mbappe. They got him as a free agent. It's going to be no different for Leny Yoro as well. No different. So Lille, I would just advise take the money. Take the money. Now, they've accepted because they think they can get a bidding war. This is Real Madrid you're dealing with, brother. This isn't just some no-nonsense rubbish club from nowhere. Like, this is Real Madrid. Man United don't have that sauce anymore. Man United used to have that sauce where they could compete with Real Madrid. They don't do that now. So even if you've accepted that bid, hoping, Real Madrid are now going to have to up it, Real Madrid can just, for the player, listen, Leny, you tell your club, right? Go and tell them that they need to come to talk to us, not us to come and talk to them. And guess what? Leny will go and tell Lille, and Lille will go over to Real Madrid, and Real Madrid will have their deal and their way, and they will take the player, and you will take the money, and you will enjoy it, and you will shut up. It's just, that's how Real Madrid operate. So Man United, nice try. You ain't getting him. That's as far as I'm concerned anyway. I'd be shocked if they actually did get him. But Real Madrid, he wants Real Madrid. It's going to happen. So that's that in terms of Leny Yoro. Now, to wrap up, last story from Turkey. Jose Mourinho wants Alan Saint-Maximin to Fenerbahce as one of the priority targets. Negotiations ongoing also on club side. He's already approved the move, waiting for club-to-club agreement. Saint-Maximin is ready to join Fenerbahce. That's a big signing for Fenerbahce. Big signing, and it's not going to cost too much money. But I think it's going to be the perfect sort of winger that Jose needs in his team that will up the levels in order to get Fenerbahce to win that title. So, on top of that, Fenerbahce are competing to get themselves qualified into the Champions League for this season. So, going to be an interesting one to see how that shapes up, but a very good first acquisition for Fenerbahce if they were to get Saint-Maximin. Very good deal. I think he would tear up the Turkish league because he is still quite fast. Maybe he would, maybe he's come down a notch in terms of the Premier League, but in Turkey, I think he'd light it up. So, that's that. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. Do not forget to be here tomorrow as it's D-Day. Tomorrow morning, preview for England-Netherlands will be out. So make sure you're here. And then a lot of hours later, into tomorrow night, the review. And we find out whether England are or are not in the final of Euro 2024. It's gonna be crazy. Wish us luck, and I will see all of you tomorrow. So make sure you're here, subscribe if you haven't done so already, hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Check out the socials, I'm very active on there, so make sure you're there. Hit the follow, and check out the second channel in the description. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow, people. In a bit, have a good one, take care, and peace.